Alright, so let me show you how to plug the information into the calculator. We're just going to take the linear problem that we've been working on, and you go to the Stat menu. So the Stat button is located right below the Delete button. So we're going to go to Stat, and the first thing you'll notice is the Edit is highlighted, and we want to hit Enter. Alright, we have two columns there. We have L1 and L2. The X values always go into L1, and the Y values, or the range, is going to go into L2. So we're going to enter each one of these. So I'm going to type the number in. Notice it appears at the bottom. You have to hit Enter to actually put it into the list. So with each number we type in, we hit Enter, and it adds it to the list. Notice they're in order as you type them. So if you type them out of order, you have to delete and go back. So we're typing in each and every number into our list, and we have a long list here. So this is all of my X values. So to get to the Y values, I'm going to hit the right arrow button, and it goes over to the L2 list. And now I can enter all of my Y values in there. Again, I hit Enter after each and every number, or each and every entry. Now we do need to double check. You have to make sure that you have the same number of entries in L1 and L2, or it's going to give you an error message. You also want to double check and make sure, for example, the 38 goes with the 64. The 49 goes with the 60, that you've actually typed them in correctly. Okay, once you're done typing them in, you can do Quit, which is second and mode, to get back to the main screen. Now something we need to do is we need to make sure diagnostic is on. This was part of the setup instructions, so I'm going to go second, and then I'm going to push 0 for catalog. And it's going to give me a big, huge, long list. So I'm going to scroll down on that list. I'm actually going to punch the letter D because I want diagnostic on. We're just going to down arrow, until we hit diagnostic on. And notice there's an off and an on. I want the on, so I hit Enter to select it, and then I hit Enter again to actually make sure that it is done. And if it doesn't show up with the done, then the calculator didn't do it. So now we can actually run our regression. So we're going to go to Stat. Okay, so we have everything into our menu. We're going to go into the Stat function, go over to Calculate. Now in this case we know that we're running a linear model, so we go down to Linear, which is number 4, and we're going to hit Enter. If we were running quadratic, obviously we'd hit quadratic. And it gives us our linear regression. Now the equation it gives us is y equals ax plus b. Notice we have to substitute in a and substitute in b. So you would round it to 3 places after the decimal. So that would be negative 0.318x plus 77.733y. And if we look at the r values, we notice it has a negative correlation because of the negative sign, which matches because the slope is negative, and it's a 97% correlation, which means 97% of the points are on this curve. And that's how we enter the information into the calculator.